Hey, what's up? So listen, this is Rodney and I'm back. One thing I forgot to mention in my review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, it was mostly really about Erica and Bambi, is Erica was not fighting over the kids, the kid. Erica, in my opinion, wanted to argue with Bambi because she wanted to rub in Bambi's face that now you're in the same position that I'm in. You don't have to worry about me thinking, that I'm taking Bambi's side over Erica, because I'm not. Because I think Bambi looked a fool. I think Erica looked a fool. But what I am saying is that Erica is trying to get her lick back. And she wants to rub in Bambi's face that now we both single mamas. Pretty much. Do I think that she's probably upset at the way they say Bambi mistreated Imani? Yeah, I think that she's upset about that. But I think her eye, girl, I think her eye is on letting her know that, girl, we both in the same boat now. Now, Bambi, on the other hand, thinks that, girl, I'm not arguing with no baby mama. I'm an ex-wife. Like I said, now I said this in my review. Bambi girl, you acting like you the ex-wife to Russell Wilson. Shout out to Russell Wilson and Ciara. Girl, Ciara is pregnant. Girl, when I tell you one thing about it, two things to show, girl, I done told y'all, girl. You know, I don't too much go up for these men like that. But when you're a good man, Savannah, I have to give you your props. And from what I understand, Russell Wilson is one of the finest men. And I'm not talking about fine physically. I'm just talking about heart, mind, body, and soul. Okay, but he's one of the most decent men walking around. I'll say this much. I'm gonna take that back. When it comes to the men that are on television, celebrities, because when you look at the men that we see on TV and magazines and the blogs, the majority of them are a hot mess. Okay. Russell Wilson is one of the most decent um, celebrities when it comes to the men, excuse me, walking around. Um, so I'm not mad at Ciara for popping out them kids. As quiet as this kept, honey, if I was Ciara, I'd probably push out about 5 or 6. Okay. And treat me like I treat me. Okay. And I do it right. Yes, treat me like I treat me. Yes, ma'am. Um, I said that's why Future came out with that song the other day. Because he found out, girl, look, Future had told him that mommy is pregnant. And that's when Future decided to go in the studio and make some beats. Shout out to Nene Leaks and throw a little diss at Russell. When I tell you Future has to be one of the oldest, like Future, it's time for you to let it go. you had a chance, you blew it. Ciara moved on. You thought Ciara was gonna be like the bitter baby mama, right? You thought she was gonna be in court fighting you over child support. You thought she was gonna be left out, girl, fight for her life. You thought that Ciara, it was over for Ciara, girl. 1, 2, 3, you out. You thought that she was gonna be like your other baby mama, Brittany, rushing and running to the courthouse to get more child support, even though you should pay more child support. You thought that's what you was gonna get from Ciara. And Ciara found her a man. Girl, she probably over there secretly trying to hurry up and change Future's last name to Wilson, as she should. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. I think that y'all should hyphenate your names when it comes to your kids, because I don't think you should erase your legacy. But if y'all gonna give y'all kids somebody's last name, let them be a Russell Wilson. Let him be a man who is decent. And girl, I'm not into the religion. That's not my ministry. but girl, he God fearing. All the stuff that y'all say y'all want in a man, Ciara has. So if Ciara want a girl pop out 5 and 6 kids, honey, go for it. If Ciara want to name every single one of her kids last name Wilson, girl, I wouldn't even say nothing. I would say, girl, no, girl, I probably would say, girl, you should hyphenate their names. But, girl, I would still say hyphenate their names. But, girl, what I'm saying is Russell Wilson, I think they have tried, Future tried at one point to find some dirt on that man, and y'all couldn't find nothing. I think he was married to a white woman before. Wasn't he married to a white woman before? That's a decent man. Shout out to Ciara. I'm not mad at Ciara. Girl, that's why I said in my review, honey, Bambi acting like she just got divorced from Russell Wilson. Because I heard that Russell Wilson and Ciara don't have no prenup, not to be messy. But girl, I'm just saying, girl, I heard that they don't have no prenup. So girl, even if they do get a divorce one day, girl, Ciara leaving with half of everything, okay? But girl, that's what I'm saying. Like Bambi, you over there acting like you divorcing girl. You divorcing girls. I'm an ex-wife. Yeah, to girl, girl, to girl, to Scrappy, girl, to Mama D's son. Girl, you over there trying to throw, girl, you trying to throw Scrappy and Erica's face like you got you one. You acting like, girl, you about to divorce Scrappy and take half of his $200 million fortune, and girl, you gonna go live this fabulous life, and girl, hire 5 nannies, and girl, you ain't gotta worry about nothing for the rest of your life. Girl, you are about to divorce Scrappy, be in court, fighting, fussing, and argue over him paying about $2,000 or $3,000 a month in child support for 3 kids. We know he ain't got it because you told us he couldn't even afford to pay half of his rent. Girl, you should be careful. Let me just say something. Y'all have to be very careful about when you throw a man in somebody else's face. But if you're gonna throw one in somebody's face, honey, let him be a Russell Wilson. Girl, if you gonna do it. If you gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And even then, you got to be a little careful. Because, girl, you just never know. But if you're going to do it, at least let him be a Russell Wilson, my God. Anyways, y'all, Billy Porter reveals he has to sell his house to save money amid writer's strike. To the person that said, we're going to starve them out, you've already starved me out. So this is kind of old. Well, it's like a day or two old. But long story short, in an interview, Porter discussed having to take cost-saving measures in his real life as various projects he was set to work on in September have been tabled. I have to sell my house, Porter said, because we're on strike, and I don't know when we're going to go back to work. Porter further explained the struggles he's had to endure during the strike. The life of an artist until you make FU money, which I haven't made yet, is still check to check. I was supposed to be in a new movie and on a new television show starting in September. None of that is happening. So to the person who said we're going to starve them out until they until they have to sell their apartments, you've already starved me out. The comment section. Y'all know I live in the comment section. I mean, want to hear what people have to say. For some reason, there are a lot of people out there who believe that because Billy Porter is this celebrity, some may call him an icon, a gay icon, that means that he's just sitting on girl mountains and mountains and girl girl tubfuls of just cash money. I think that there are a lot of people out there who equate celebrity, visibility, Instagram followers, Twitter followers, to having a whole bunch of money. There are only a few Meryl Streeps out there. There are only a few Tom Cruises out there. There are only a few Dwayne Johnsons out there. This strike has been going on, from what I understand, for a few months now. I don't know nobody who can just go a few months without getting paid. It's kind of like when you see people on Instagram and they have like 100,000 followers, they got 90,000 followers, but girl, they're a bartender. Ain't nothing wrong with being a bartender. Or they work at the mall. Ain't nothing wrong with working at the mall. I used to work at the mall. Girl, Zara, Macy's, Nordstrom. Okay, might be going back. Girl. Um, but they have these followers because they probably have a nice looking face, have a nice body, and so people follow them. And they post when they go out to the club and they post cute pictures. But girl, they're a sales associate at Nordstrom. How I know? I've worked with a few. You look on their page, they got 79.5K followers. Oh, girl. But girl, we sitting right in the lunchroom together. And you fussing about how slow it is today on the sales floor. Hello, somebody. So all I'm saying is, I just want people to stop thinking that just because Billy Porter has been in the industry for X amount of years, that means he's automatically rich. You know how many people have been at their jobs for 30 and 40 years and are not rich? We hear these stories all the time. Girl, they don't make no money. Girl, and the ones that do are the ones that do. Tami Roman wrote something, and I want to read what Tami Roman wrote. You know, I go up for Tami, even though Tami get on my nerves sometimes, because I be seeing her comments, and sometimes I be like, "Ooh, Tami, you ignorant," but I still love Tami, girl. I've actually followed Tami on Instagram too. This is what she had to say. I will say that a high-profile executive told me the same. Oh, she was basically talking about Billy Porter, um, saying what he just said, but this was on It's On Site. I said I was gonna stop following It's On Site because, girl. But this is what she had to say. I will say that a high profile executive told me the same thing. They plan to hold out until we can't take it anymore. I'm sad for the state of the entertainment industry right now, for the people saying, go get a regular job, quiet as it's kept. Come on, quiet as it's kept. Mhm. As it pertains to wages, this is a regular job. Hear me out. If you make 10 to 20K on a show, but you only work 2 to 3 months, we've made the same 30 to 60K most of you have. Then we have to hope the odds will forever be in our favor to get another gig. We are more alike than different. Fame, no fortune in all honesty, but executives are making upwards of $30,000 a day. It's not the same, but writers, actors, producers, crew are the people on the ground doing the work. We just want fair treatment and fair wages. Wouldn't you want that for yourself and your families? I hope you understand. I understand. And I remember um, this writer, it was a black woman. She was basically giving an example of how it works. I don't want to mess up what she said, but she was basically saying how, like, you might write for a show and then you'll get like a check, but then girl, you gotta wait for the show to get picked up. So you wrote for the show, and the show could just be sitting there, right? And then um, it may get picked up, and when it does, if the show takes off, girl, you're not getting paid. I don't think they get paid until I guess they have to come back in, or they could possibly hire some more writers. So she was explaining it. She was explaining it something that way. Maybe some of the people who know can get in the comment section and explain to us. Um, but I don't think. But one thing I do know is that, girl, we need to stop. Some of people out there need to stop thinking that just because you see the Tammy Romans girl, you see the Billy Porters on TV and they make all this money. Girl, these people don't make money like that. It's the reason why even the reality TV stars, once upon a time, girl, when all that mess was going on over there at VH1, I think this is when it was the last strike happened. I believe I can't remember. Remember, girl, like everybody on VH1 started OnlyFans pages. Hello, somebody. But y'all would think that because they're on TV, because they have a million followers, that they got all this money. And then y'all wonder why, when these celebrities die, the first thing that people report is that they were broke. Because people equate being famous, being a celebrity, girl, being visible to the public, that equates to dollars and money. No, it does not. The ones who actually make the money are the ones that we don't even see. The ones who making a coin are the ones that are sitting in an office, quiet as it's kept. And then the few lucky ones, like the Tom Cruises, the Meryl Streeps, okay, they got some good paydays, so they probably can sit down and be comfortable. But the other boys and girls, they have to work. They have to work. Taraji P. Henson told y'all I think when she said when she did the movie with Brad Pitt, I forgot how much money she said she made. It wasn't nothing. I think the first person who kind of paid her worth was Tyler Perry. And Taraji Henson has been in Hollywood for a very long time. Okay, none of y'all hoes go 3 months without a paycheck. Stop expecting everybody else to. Anyways, let's move on. I was about to get mad. Former Raiders wide receiver Henry Ruggs III officially sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison for fatal DUI crash. On Wednesday, former Raiders wide receiver Henry Ruggs III was officially sentenced for the 2021 fatal DUI crash that claimed the life of a young woman and her dog. According to TMZ, Ruggs was sentenced to 3 to 10 years behind bars for the incident. While in court, he apologized to the family of Tina Tintor, the woman killed in the crash. He said to the parents and the family of Miss Tintor, I sincerely apologize for the pain and suffering my actions the morning of November the 2nd, 2021 have caused you, your family, and those who knew Miss Tina and Max. I let my family, my teammates, and those who believed in me down with my actions and hurt so many. As previously reported, Ruggs agreed to a plea deal with prosecutors in May as he pleaded guilty to one felony count of DUI resulting in death and one misdemeanor count of vehicular. Is that am I saying that right? Vehicular man. Am I saying that right? Vehicular. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Vehicular manslaughter. According to ESPN, Ruggs was drunk driving and reached 156 miles per hour just seconds before the fatal crash. He'll be eligible for parole after he serves 3 years behind bars. That was just a sad situation because he's a young guy. And like I said, girl, we've all got behind the wheel of a car, drunk. Thank God, we made it home. But it's also like, girl, you really messed up. Like you took someone's loved one away from them. So we could sit here and try to be understanding and we've all got because we have. I've told y'all stories that when I was younger, honey, it's been a few times I got behind the wheel of a car and didn't have no business. Um, but girl, I didn't kill nobody either. Um, so it's we can empathize, but the fact of the matter is someone lost a daughter, someone lost a cousin, someone lost a best friend, and it makes the story even more horrific when you find out how the girl passed away. He ran into her. She was jammed in her car, so she was basically burning alive. She was burnt alive. Her and her dog. She couldn't get out the car. So it's like, girl, not only did you like unalive someone, but girl, look how they like, oh my God, you know? Um, hopefully. And at this point, for real, girl, I'm a little older than some of y'all girls and boys out there. Back in the day, we didn't have all the Lyfts and Ubers and all that stuff. Not to make an excuse, because it's not an excuse to get behind the wheel of a car drunk. But girl, in 2023, 2021, 2022, 2021, it's too many. It's too many. We got too many ways to get around without us having to get behind the wheel of a car. For real, for real. And I get that everybody ain't got that extra $10 or $5 to spare to catch an Uber, but girl, it is better to just spend that $5 or $10 or $15 to get to the bar than to go get behind the wheel of your car and potentially unalive somebody and your ass end up in prison. So, and if you do go out, I'm at the point now, at my big age, I know when to stop. Okay? When I was younger, I didn't know when to stop. Because she was just gonna keep going. She was gonna keep going, and girl, she was gonna pray to God that she made it home. Okay? Now, bitch, I'm too grown not to know what my limit is. Y'all too grown not to know what your limit is. Now I think this boy was what, 22 when it happened? Anyways, he's going to prison. Some people are outraged because they felt as though, how can you do this and you only get 3 to 10 years? That's why the system is fucked up. I also know some people are also saying that I guess because he pled guilty, then it depends on the state that you live in. I don't know. OJ Simpson, he got online. Girl, OJ, shut up. I don't even talk about OJ. What OJ said? Hold on. Let me look at what OJ said. OJ mad. OJ mad because OJ trying to understand what is going on. Here he go. OJ Simpson shares his thoughts on Henry Ruggs' sentence and deadly DUI crash. The math isn't adding up to me. So this is what OJ had to say. Chloe's daddy. Chloe, go get your daddy.
College on a football scholarship. Somehow this math is not adding up to me. You're driving a car at roughly 160 miles an hour on a public street and end up killing a girl and her dog, and you get 3 to 10 years. You go to a hotel room that you're invited to retrieve your own personal stolen property I now have, because it was ruled to be mine by the state of California. And you get 9 to 33 years. Same courthouse, same city, same state. I don't know. Somehow it just does not add up to me. I'm just saying.
OJ got some nice teeth. OJ, you killed somebody too. You killed a couple of people. And we're just gonna go ahead and just put it on, girl. Let's just put it on the table. Okay? It ain't no excuse for Henry. Henry had too many options, girl. He could have hired a driver. He could have called a Lyft. He could have called an Uber. He could have called a taxi. He could have called one of his teammates. He could have called one of his side hosts. He could have had the team offer him a driver. So he had a whole bunch of options, right? Girl, so yes, he did kill somebody, but OJ, bitch, you killed a couple people. So your ass probably went to prison because, girl, they could get your ass the first go around. So, girl, they got your ass. They didn't get your ass the first go around, but they said your ass walked back into this courthouse, girl. When your ass slipped through the cracks the first time, honey, you not slipping through no more. Okay? So that's why you went, Chloe, come get your daddy. Because quiet as it's kept, OJ, your ass should still be in prison for the first accident. Okay, sir. Now I'm gonna leave OJ alone. OJ got some nerve. We know the system. Listen, the system has holes. The system is not designed for us. But girl, OJ, you got off and quiet as it's kept. It sounds like Henry Ruggs low key getting off a little bit too. Because 3 to 10 years ain't about shit. Because he probably gonna get out early if he do good. If what is it called? Good. When you good in jail, girl. Um, So yeah, I don't know. But I hope the family is doing okay. Because I know that they're probably going through it still with losing a daughter. Like I said, losing a daughter, you know, a girlfriend, a wife. I don't know if she was. I don't know if she was married or not. I don't know. A niece, cousin, whatever. Um, I know that has to be hard, and hopefully he learns from his lesson. And when he gets out, it is what it is. Um, I don't know what type of career he'll have. Maybe he can go back to playing football, or maybe he might have to get a regular job, like y'all told Billy Porter. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night. Bye, y'all.